Meanwhile, Iran is changing its tune tonight on potential talks with the U.S. The country's President Hassan Rouhani now saying there will be no meeting with President Trump until the U.S. lifts all of its sanctions on Tehran. Just a day earlier, both Rouhani and President Trump had signaled their openness to a sit-down. For more on Iran's about-face, let's bring in former Deputy National Security Advisor under President Trump, KT McFarland. Great to see you, KT. I get the sense that Rouhani was caught flat-footed. That is, that at first he said he was kind of open to it, and then maybe he got some pushback from Tehran, right?
Yeah, and I frankly think that he's caught between a rock and a really hard place. Why? Because his economy is crumbling from within. Inflation's about 50%. Unemployment is very high, probably 25% for all youth and 40% for college-educated youth. And the country's 75% young people. So he's in a bad place. I thought he got pretty lucky. I mean, I thought he got a life preserver thrown to him when the French president said, well, I'm going to be the honest broker. I'm going to get Trump. I'm going to get Rouhani. I'm going to have negotiations. And so Trump said, yeah, okay, fine. And then Rouhani all of a sudden pulls back. And I think you're right. I think Rouhani got back home, or when he got to the phone, he got the phone call from the big boss,
the spiritual leader,
the Ayatollah, who said, we're not going to do anything with the American devils.
Right,
and so I think they're in a bad place.
You mentioned how bad it's doing, and the president has talked about that. It's not the same Iran that it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago when the president came into power. Are the folks in the street, particularly the young people who we know in the beginning of the Obama administration got out in the streets to protest, and they received no help from Washington at that time, are they about to do it again? Are the frustrations boiling to that point?
You know, you don't really know what's actually going on inside, but let me just give you some obvious indicators. The Ayatollah, the supreme leader, the guy who's really in charge, is in his 80s and very poor health. He's got a president, Rouhani, and a prime minister who would probably like to have a deal with the United States, but they don't have the support back home, and they probably are not going to get anywhere with Trump. Because the thing about Trump is if he doesn't like the deal, he'll just walk away. He'll say, good luck, guys. And the other part is that although the European leaders have said, we should all be back into this Iran nuclear deal, you know, their businesses, the European businesses, are all following Trump. They're not following their European leaders. And then when the Iranians say, well, America's pulled out, we're not going to honor the deal, then what happens to the Europeans? Are they chopped liver? I mean, they're still in the deal.
I don't want to let something go that you just said that was very interesting. So you're saying that the European business leaders follow Trump's lead more than they do their own political leaders.
Yeah, because why is that? Because the United States has made it pretty clear. You want to do business with America, you don't do business with Iran. You don't do oil business with Iran. So if you're a leader of an international corporation, you don't want to risk being on the wrong side of Trump, because look at Trump. He's not scared of anybody.
We just had this big meeting, the G7 meeting over in France. The president got a lot accomplished there. I'm just wondering, though, if the European leaders tried to lean on him about the Iranian situation, saying, come on back with the fold, or whether there was more pressure on them from the president to change their ways and maybe split from the Iran deal the way we did.
I don't think I don't think Iran even figured. I think that's a sort of, who cares? The real issues there are China. And the real issues are the United States walks in with a full deck of cards, full hand, right? We have a Canada, U.S., Mexico trade deal. We have a South Korea trade deal. The president announced a Japan trade deal while he was there. And he and Boris Johnson, both of the golden hair, have decided they're going to have a deal the minute the Brits leave the European Union. So I think Trump is now in a very strong position. Our economy is good. Some of the European countries, Germany, France, they're slowing down. Germany might even be in recession. China's economy is slowing down. So I think Trump is, whether he intends to, whether it's part of grand strategic plan, I don't know. I'm not in the administration anymore. But he's assembling a group of trading partners that I hope he can then stand up to China.
KT McFarland, thank you very much. Good to see you.